if I ever make it there, because I don't think I'm going to make it there for this project. Maybe in the future. I think I'm going to give up on that 3D thing. This is too tough. What is going on? Good morning, people of the world. You guys are doing great today. I feel amazing. Got like 7 hours of sleep last night. I am on top of the world. I have so much energy this morning. That probably won't be the case in 5 minutes though, once I start getting into some coding and start realizing that nothing's working as well as I'd hoped. But today it's going to be a very simple day. Today is just going to be trying to understand why my DeepQN, or my DeepQ, whatever you want to call it, isn't working as well as I'd hoped. It seems it's training. It seems... Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it, because it's training, it's learning how to play tic-tac-toe a little bit, but then when I put it up against a naive AI, it just absolutely sucks. So I just need to figure out why that's the case. The two neural network idea completely flopped and fell on its head. So it seems as if the singular neural network, so having two separate neural networks, for both bots that then train and play against each other, that seemed to completely fail and flop. But having the one neural network that both bots share and kind of like learn and contribute to the learning of that neural network, that seems to be a pretty good idea. Now, I don't know whether or not it just needs more training or if it's just not working at all. Because when I put it up against naive AI, it just got destroyed. It got demolished. So yeah, I don't know. I'll play around with it a little bit more this morning, because I have maybe about an hour and a half or so. I'm just going to quickly go through, just revise the code, make sure everything looks good, make sure there's no glaring issues or glaring mistakes, and I'll go from there. But beats me as to why it's not working. And if it doesn't work, I'll probably spend today and because yesterday I didn't work on it at all. So I'll probably spend today and tomorrow just going through, just double checking, making sure everything works as well as I'd hoped. And by Saturday, I have to move on to recurrent neural networks, because that's something I really want to learn, something I want to build into this game. And I just want to move on from tic-tac-toe, because we've been doing this. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, but there are a bunch of other cool games that I also want to recreate. So I just want to keep the ball rolling. So it's planned for today. We'll see what happens. Oh, I need to do my social updates as well. Okay, so first things first, I just want to see how bad it actually is. So we're going to go back into taking a look at the versus state. So the versus state, we're going to have the original DeepQ algorithm. So the one with just one neural network that two bots share, or the two bots share, and they train that one, or contribute to the training of that one neural network. And then we're going to make that go up against naive AI. I want to take a better look as to, how well it's doing, how much it sucks, yada, 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 things like that. So, okay, completely sucks. Wait, hold up. Oh, okay, yeah, nope, that completely sucks. What the hell was that? Yeah, it's just making random moves. Yeah, okay, I've seen enough. That was terrible. Actually, I don't think I loaded. Of course I didn't. I didn't even load the neural network. So deep is O. Oh, it's a nice fork. That's a nice fork. It did really well there. Okay, now deep learning Q is X. Oh, it's a beautiful fork. Oh man, okay. So it seems as if, it's got it. It's beautiful. This works great. It's learned how to fork and things like that. So I think the main issue is that it's not that it sucks completely. I think the issue with it is just that it's not as good as I would like for it to be. And so because it's losing against naive AI, which I don't think it should. So either it trains more, or I don't know what to do, but I think I've overcomplicated the problem, and I don't really think there's much that needs to be done. So again, just for the sake of completion, I'll just go through the code once again, make sure that there aren't any issues, or there aren't any there's nothing wrong with it, and see if there are any areas or any ways that I can optimize and make it better. But I mean, man, it's looking good to me. It knows how to fork, and it knows, which is essentially forking is essentially setting yourself up such that you have two paths winning. Let me just show you. Okay, so it's gone in the corner there. Now it's going to set up a fork, because you see here, I just want to know why it then loses occasionally to naive AI. So I'm just going to keep playing and just watch until it loses. Oh, damn. I forgot to start recording my screen. This whole time I'm talking, I don't have my screen recorded. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I have to show the fork all over again then. But, okay, so my excitement is that, that was just another fork I missed. My excitement is it comes from the fact that it's doing really well so far. I just pulled up a neural network that I trained a while ago, again using the original DeepQ neural network, and I'll show you what it does to guarantee itself a win. But it has to go as X, because your chances of winning and forking while being X are just dramatically higher than if you are not X. Sorry, if you're O or not. Okay, so here it is. Here's X. Let me make sure everything's being recorded. OBS, you're recording. Okay, so watch this. It goes in that corner, and as long as O doesn't go in the center, O's lost already, I know that. Right, now it goes in the middle here, and now O has to go in this bottom corner, okay? And then it's probably gonna go in this corner here to set up a fork, okay? And now this is what a fork is. Now, there's no way, like X has to win unless X does something stupid, because it's already set itself up here for a win. It's also set itself up here for a win. So essentially just like a checkmate in chess. And so O can only block one of the two paths. And so this is what a fork is, and it guarantees a win in tic-tac-toe. So let's just watch. O tries to block there, but then boom, X goes up there and X wins. So I'm just gonna continue watching for a bit, maybe just speed it up a little and just see under what circumstances does it lose to O, because it really shouldn't be losing. What circumstances does DeepQ lose to Naive, because it really shouldn't be losing. But yeah, I think I just completely overcomplicated this problem. So speed it up and see what happens. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna have to go through this footage later and just try to break it down and explain what's going on and why it's losing. Of course, when I slow it down, it doesn't lose at all. Let's go a little faster. So it has like a 90% win rate, which is, it's not 90% win rate. Out of, how many games is this? Let me just quickly, damn, now I can't see it. 117, 15, 90. So out of, let's say, out of 222 games, it's won about 117. So that's just a little bit above a 50%, like 55, 60% win rate, which is not bad, I guess. Yeah, so I guess now it's just a matter of just trying to improve it, trying to see what I did to train this. If there are any tweaks that I can make to try to improve it, I'll do that. But I also just kind of want to go through the footage that I have of this really quickly, just to see why it loses. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly pop the footage into HitFilm and just go through it and watch it. Okay, so here comes the first loss. So DeepQ is O, Naive is X. Let me slow it down a little bit more. And these games happen so quickly. Okay, so there are 2 losses within the span of seconds, really. Let me blow it up. Wait, hold up. If this is a game board, no one lost. Sorry, how did X win? You're kidding me. What? Wait, how did it's the same game, right? You telling me this has been working this whole time, but the problem is that the game engine. What? Oh. Okay, so the problem isn't with my AI. My AI works fantastic. The problem is the game engine, or the game controller, incorrectly determines who wins at the end of the draw for some odd reason. I don't know why. So we can see here, this is the board, right? So X has to go into this corner here, and if it does not win. So why is the game attributing a win to X in this case? Am I going crazy? This is O X X O X O X O, and that actually has other implications as well, because if it can't attribute a winner properly, that means that when the DeepQ neural network is training, that there may be issues with the training data it gets, because there might be a game board where it actually is a draw, as in this case, but the game incorrectly attributes a win to, or incorrectly determines that this is a win, and that would just mess up the training. So that is interesting. That is very, very interesting, and that's something I need to fix. So that's one. but I'm not going to go off of one data point. So let's take a look at the other game that it lost, allegedly. Am I going crazy? It's like nothing happened. Okay, so somehow this was a draw. Yeah, no, this was not a loss for DeepQ. I don't know how this is a draw either. So I think there's something going wrong with the function that controls the game, determines when the game's over, and determines who's won the game, because it attributes this as a draw, and I don't know how. Unless the game is just going so fast that my screen recording just isn't able to keep up. So within the span of here to here, it somehow attributes a win, and this is going at like 1.6% of the speed, and a game hasn't played out, so it's not normal. Yeah, I think it's just going too fast for my screen recording software. So what I'll do is I'll close that, and I'll train it again, but this time I'll slow it down a little bit. So add a little bit of a delay there. I will just quickly go over my code just to see if there's anything going on, and why it may be incorrectly attributing a winner and a loser in the game. Let's go to my terminal function. Let me just quickly review that. I should read this aloud. Prep my voice for my code audiobook. Function terminal board local board is equal to board or game board. If check winner board is not equal to nil, then return true. And for y is equal to 1, length of board, do for x is equal to 1, length of board y, do if board yx is equal to empty, then return false, and return true, end. That's gonna make for a great audiobook one day. That seems to be pretty decent. Let me just talk it out loud. So board, the local board in this function is either the board that gets passed or game. Are you kidding? Oh no, that's how you spell board. Whoa, I'm super tired. I thought that was a typo for some reason. Yeah, no, that is how you spell board. Okay, going a little crazy here. For some reason, I read that as game broad. I don't know why, but okay, that seems to be spelled correctly. And there's nothing wrong with game board. Okay, so it looks like it's, I don't know where the error is, to be very honest. I can't seem to find an error. But what I will do is I will have these go up against each other. What I'll do is I'll actually finding best actions. I already know that's what you're doing. What I'm more interested in is in here who you're determining to be the winner. That's what I'm more interested in. Okay, so winner from find winner and winner from, what is this, check winner. Okay, so I'm just gonna have it print out at the various different functions. So check winner, find winner, and so check winner, it's going to print out, this is who I found as a winner. Find winner, this is who I found as a winner. So these two should be the same if there actually is a winner. And the last one will be terminal board state. So if the board is over or the game is over, we're just going to go through and we're going to do that. So I'm not sure if there's anything else I need to do, but what I'll do is it's 9:45. And I think everything else is working fine. It's just for some reason there's something going on. It's either the speed that I've set the game at is going way too fast that my algorithm is like tripping over itself, or sorry, that the game controller is tripping over itself, or there's actually something going on. So what I'll do is I'll play it at a slower speed. I will run this for a few hours. It'll just play it. It will do its thing for a few hours. Get to work. And when I come back, I'll review the footage and I'll see what's going on. So let's do that. Okay, so let me just see how this prints out. We run a few games. Is that there? Huh, okay. So I guess I didn't have to wait hours. I have some footage, so let me go through that footage. The problem is this did not print anything. So I don't have anything to go off of. And I don't know why it didn't print. Why didn't it print anything? Okay, that makes no sense. What? Why is it not printing? I'm so confused. Is that the same on this computer too? So I'm running it on my big computer. It seems to be an issue here too. For some reason it's just not printing. Which makes no sense because it's like like it gets called. Where's the call? Oh, else if terminal. So if there's no winner, then check if terminal. And so because it gets called and there are terminal states, it should be printing this out. So confused. What the hell? Oh, I think I know why. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Because there are other... Oh, okay. That should work now. So I think I was just getting confused because there are multiple, or I have two find winner functions. So that should solve that issue. No, it didn't. Naive is still winning. What is going on? Okay, so there are a few different places where... Okay, there we go. There are just a few different functions that... Okay, so now let me just run that and capture some footage. I'm waiting for Naive to win the match. Okay, there we are. Perfect. So we have a few instances where Naive won. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play that back. Man, it's taking so much longer than I thought. Okay, so it's just loading into HitFilm. So I'm just gonna look at take a little bit of a meme break while that's going on. I'm just really curious as to what's going on, and then I have to get to work. So, okay, winners no one. Draw incremented to 18. Terminal board state. Okay, new game. Naive is X. Deep is O. Went there. X went there. Oh. Yeah, so DQN just does make boneheaded moves every now and then. Yeah, that was a pretty stupid move, to be honest. Yeah, it deserved to lose that. It definitely deserved to lose that. So yeah, I mean, my AI is not perfect. So again, let's just go back. Let's just rewind. So DQN, the neural network, DQ is O, naive is X. So naive is made with if statements. So it kind of just randomly went in the corner there. Then deep goes here, naive went there, and then instead of blocking, the artificial idiot went in the center there, and so it left that space open for naive to win. Okay. So I guess the option here is more training. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing. Just more training, just to encounter more cases like this and to figure out what to do. Yeah, I guess I'll just change up the training a little bit. I think one thing I'll do is I'll train it against a naive AI. I'll train it against itself. I'll train it against a random player. And so I just have to keep training it against different things just to get it to, just to keep things a little dynamic, right? So what I'll do is after work, because I got to get going, which means I have to open up my work laptop and do work sitting in the same spot. But what I'll do is I will create a random player later tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on how much time I spend editing this video. Create a random player and then create a new training module for it that sometimes we'll pick that random player, sometimes we'll pick naive, and sometimes we'll pick DeepQ itself to train it against itself. And I'll run that and I'll leave that to go overnight. And hopefully tomorrow morning, I'll take a look at it, see how it is. And we'll go from there, because I think the issue again with DeepQ is that I don't think this is a move that DeepQ would have made, and so because it's a new, I mean that's part of the reason why it's a neural network. It's supposed to learn from experience and try to extrapolate to new experiences, but I just don't think it's seen this move very often, and yeah, I guess it just needs more training. So, but I'm glad to know that it works properly. Glad to know that there's not like a deep-rooted underlying issue with my game engine, my game controller. It just seems to be just something's going. It just seems to be that DQN just needs a little bit more training. So we'll do that. We'll change up the training a little bit, and then we'll see how that goes. So I will see you guys later tonight if I get a chance. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.